The new political coalition party, the African Democratic Congress, may be losing momentum as reports indicate that former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has rejected calls from southern Nigerian political leaders urging him to step down in favor of a southern presidential candidate ahead of the 2027 general election. Well, according to Business Day, Atiku is insisting on his constitutional right to contest and is calling for open, transparent primaries, emphasizing that zoning should not override merit or competence. His stance has reportedly caused tension within the coalition, especially with the Obedient movement, which supports Peter Obi as the sole acceptable candidate, threatening to withdraw if Atiku continues his bid. Meanwhile, Atiku has denied reports of any meeting where he was pressured to step down, calling such claims fabricated propaganda from the APC aimed at dividing the opposition. He described the reports as false and as diversionary tactic meant to undermine the coalition's unity and momentum following the formation of the African Democratic Congress as the coalition's political vehicle. Atiku reaffirmed that no propaganda would weaken the coalition's resolve. Well, in another development, Daniel Bwala, a special advisor to President Tinubu, has predicted that the African Democratic Congress Party will collapse within 6 months. Bwala made the prediction during a live television interview, stating that the struggle over who will emerge as the party's flag bearer will fragment the coalition, making the 2027 election easier for Tinubu to win. Let's take a look.
All this fantasy of coalition, we all know that once there is a phenomenon like that, they are going to have a good 2 to 3 weeks of all these romanticizing of we have idea, we can do this. But one of them, his name is Dati, already sensed the danger that lurks ahead for them. And he said that the problem of this coalition will be who will be the presidential candidate, because right now, he said, I'm quoting him, everybody wants to become president. After 1 month, when they sit down, I am telling you, Shehu, on my own honor, in the next 6 months, that coalition team will not even be a conversation. They will be scattered. The Peter Obi now is a non-issue, it's a non-starter. Already he has considered his presidential ambition to Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. Now he has become a second fiddle, but he needs to fight for the vice presidential ticket with Rotimi Amechi. And from what we are hearing, they have in a bad way manner convinced him that he will be director general of the campaign to lead the movement, and that when they win election, Atiku will do 1 term, and then Peter Obi will come back to become president. Badwe plus Badwe is equal to Badwe.
I knew one. Badwe plus Badwe is equal to Badwe. It was the same guy who said, Kokorotonjefo.
Kokorotonjefo. It's not you call, please, with due respect.
Okay, go ahead.
Daniel Bwala never called it F4.
F4 is F4.
Kokorotonjefo. You know, a follower.
All right. But your thoughts on his comments there? I mean, also the fact that, we're getting these reports about Atiku wanting to, contest for the ticket as well.
With due respect, Daniel Bwala is my friend and brother, my guy. But, we've not agreed on a lot lately.
Yes.
But with due respect, Daniel Bwala is 110% spot on.
All right.
Spot on.
Okay.
You can say he's speaking for the APC, but it is spot on. The only part I do not know in his analysis is the 6 months threshold. It could be earlier than that, it could be after 6 months. But it has started to happen. We had Professor here, and we're talking, and I asked a question, and we're all talking this morning, and we said based on idealism, it's about competence. But you and I know that competence does not run Nigeria. It's not because of competence. Yes. There's never been a day. Is it not in this country that they scrutinize people for a political party and they know they didn't have credentials, their credentials were murky, and they said, let's allow the person go? Yes. So it's not competence. If it was competence, you think the set of people running Nigeria will be running Nigeria, or have ever been leaders will be ever be leader in Nigeria? It's not about competence. It's about sentiments. And it's about selection. It's more even about financial power and owocracy. So it's never about competence. And realistically, the party's already split down the middle. There are some people like Kenneth Okonkwo came out yesterday and said power should go to the north. But the question I would like to ask Mr. Kenneth Okonkwo is, the same person that campaigned for a southern presidency in the last election, in one breath, is now saying power should go back to the north. So you can see that some people have already pitched it. And let me also say one thing today. And it's funny that some people I disagree with today can bear me witness. And Mr. Wike will tell you from history. I disagree with him a lot, but he's going to tell you from history. Whenever they say, let's throw the field open, let the best man win, now lie. It's a ploy to favor a northern candidate. It's a ploy to favor Atiku Abubakar. Anytime they say, let's throw the field open, exactly what happened when a lot of people kept on pushing that the PDP should feel the zeitgeist and the pulse of the nation by allowing a southern candidate to emerge. Once they said, let's throw the gates open, and once they have said that today, let me predict a couple of things that will happen. The disagreement will snowball into something where Peter Obi might have to go and run on his own. He will split votes again, and it will lead to an easy emergence of President Tinubu. So if these political players are wise, they should be careful.
All right.
Because what happened in 2023 will easily happen in 2027 again.
All right. Well,
except God shows us he's God and is more powerful than us. And I leave that caveat.
All right, Dr. Abati, I come to you in the meantime. A heated exchange ensued between former Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Babachir Lawal, and a journalist on TVC. Lawal was grilled about the electioneering process in Nigeria, his recent defection from the All Progressives Congress, and his involvement in the new political coalition, the African Democratic Congress, ADC. Lawal, who has been vocal in his criticism of the Tinubu administration and the APC, describing the APC as a failed experiment built on deceit and intimidation, during the live interview told the TVC News anchor Nifemi Oguntoye to shut up and give him a break in this clip that has now gone viral. Let's take a look.
Mr. Lawal, but it is the same electoral process in 2019 and 2023. I mean, the same administration you served on there. So I didn't see quite much difference
Give me a break, my friend. Look, shut up.
Between what happened then and now.
Break. How can you say Buhari's government, the electoral processes are the same with Bwala Tinubu's government? What is your problem? Give me a break.
No.
For once.
I would take.
Try to be truthful in what you say. I mean, I would
take Get Out because I've invited you to my house. But I'm just trying to have an intellectual conversation with you, Mr. Lawal. And I don't want to rally up, okay?
The way you put it.
Dr. Abati, over to you. I mean, this video, this clip, I mean, I was just wondering if he knew he was on TV or he thought he was just... Yes, he was really good.
I think the anchor was very civil,
yes,
very nice.
Yes. Correct.
Let Babachir Lawal come here.
And try it.
And try to say, shut up. The kind of flogging that he will receive. He will not be able to sleep that night. Because people have developed this attitude of abusing anchors, stark illiterates, calling me, for example, garrulous. Well, if I'm garrulous means, okay, you talk too much. Okay, if I'm paid to talk, I've been talking forever in this career. Saying, hey, Ruben Abachi is arrogant. I have every reason to be arrogant.
Come on. Starboy Lomo.
Starboy.
National scholar.
People who cannot even pass school SAT impressively, who cannot win scholarships. They will say Ruben Abachi is arrogant. I can dash them certificates. Yes. This is the kind of insults that we receive on this job.
Yes.
But I like the fact that Oguntoye, was not garrulous, which we say we are. So I commend them.
Yes.
I like his civility.
Kudos.
I like his, Babachir Lawal, whoever he thinks he is. He has no right to insult a journalist in that particular manner. If he thinks he can, let him come here. If he has the courage and the confidence to come and call anybody on this platform, shut up, or shut up, we will go after him.
I trust you on that one. Dr. Abati, on fire.
We don't want peace, we want violence.
That is not about that. What's the other topic?
The first two topics, especially with Atiku Abubakar not wanting to...
Daniel Bwala.
And also
he
Daniel
spoke about
Bwala.
Daniel
Yes.
Bwala. I think he has a point, and it's a view that is not original. It has been expressed by others, that there may be issues about who becomes the candidate on the platform of the ADC. But that does not necessarily mean that the party will implode. They will find accommodation among themselves, and I think it is clear to the major persons in that grouping who want to run Nigeria that, well, somebody has to be president, somebody has to be vice president. Second, how they resolve that is their own interest. Rufai is saying that if Peter Obi, if he's not made the candidate or if he does not get what he wants, may leave the coalition. Well, if he leaves the coalition, the worst that he can do is that he will divide the votes in the South-South. Because what the APC can hope for is that, in fact, Peter Obi will leave that coalition. Because once he does so, in the Southeast, he's going to get votes. He may not become president, but he will have sabotaged the coalition, and then the coalition will not make as much significant impact, and it will be a shoo-in for the APC. Daniel Bwala is wrong when he says there's no threat, no alternative facts, no ideology. No, it's clear enough. And this same Mr. Peter Obi, Rotimi Amici, and others who are involved in that coalition, they have made it very clear. Politics is about power. Who grabs power? When you grab the power, then, of course, you tell the people, I will do this, I will do that for you. To quote Mr. Peter Obi in this conversation, for example, Mr. Peter Obi has talked about education. He has talked about healthcare. He has talked about the need to fix Nigeria. And I have not seen any other person in that coalition who has contradicted him. In fact, Atiku Abubakar, the Waziri Adamawa, is saying that indeed they need to move Nigeria forward. That's an ideology. They can say it, they can reconstruct it when the manifesto is finally written. And then Daniel Bwala says Peter Obi is a non-issue. No, that kind of dismissiveness, we have told them that, okay, if you say Peter Obi is a non-issue, Rotimi Amici is a non-issue, Atiku is a non-issue, Aregbesola is a traitor, okay, why are you people so jittery? Why are you so hypertensive?
That's the question.
No, the fact that the APC and the spokespersons are so hypertensive, in fact, proves the point that the coalition is an issue.
Yeah.
And our argument is that for whatever it is worth, we need the coalition. We need the fact that there are persons who have shown up to say we are challenging government. Whether they succeed or not, doesn't matter. What matters is that their right under the Constitution must be respected.
Right.
The fact that the Nigerian people are being offered this robust critique of the democratic and governance process.
Right.
I think we should encourage that. We don't want the opposition in Nigeria playing possum.
All right.
So that I think there's some value in what is happening at this moment. But spokespersons, of course, will come and say what they will say.
All right.
But we are enjoying the drama.
We have content.
Which...
Enough content for us. Well, all right.
This is Garulous.
No, you're not.
I'm Garulous for a purpose.
Yes, you have every right. Dr. Mati, you're on fire.
See, you are Garulous,
well, all right.
but you know how to Ganusi.
No, I'm
well,
Garulous for a purpose.
For a purpose, you deserve it.
Intellectual Garu.